Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 18 as the Atlanta Braves. The first half of our season with our new toy Juan Vargas did not turn out. We're only 41 and 47, and we're 8 games out of first. But this is the first season we've done poorly by the All-Star break, so maybe, especially Vargas, will heat up in the second half, and we'll make a run at the playoffs this season. I have the expanded standings up because I want to show you something. We're about 3 wins off where we ought to be. We should be 44 and 44 or at 500, based on our run differential, which is only slightly below which is +1 positive. So we'll see what happens. It all depends on you, buddy. Casanova, by the way, has been a real treat his rookie season, to the point where he's actually gained the #1 first base job from Parada. And we'll start making plans to trade him in the not-too-distant future. We can put him on the block if we haven't already. See what people think. Because Casanova's the same hitter he is right now, except better. And he's even getting a little better at first base. There's still tons of potential left for him to achieve, but I'm very pleased with what's happened so far. Very pleased indeed. Right, without any further ado, I say we resume our season. Olivas took a very cheap extension, with which I'm extremely proud. Does age matter? Maybe. Personal message. This is... he wants more money. If you'll give me a 2-year deal, I'll give you a decent-sized contract. I just don't want to have to go back to arbitration with you right away. I'll just send him back on a rehab assignment. This feels kind of mean, me jerking him around like this, but I don't genuinely have a reason for doing this. I just don't have a point for him. He doesn't serve a useful role on this team. Knee contusion, that's not ideal. It'll influence your running. I'm just going to have to hope that you can get out of this. Silva took a 1-year deal. So Newman can come back. The question is, do I have a place for him? Can I send him to AAA? No, he has to be on the 40-man, and I think he's out of options. Yeah. I'm going to send you on a rehab assignment too, and then we'll decide what to do with you next week. A week for Carrios. That's not great, but it's livable. Just keep going. Come on, Braves. Win some games. He signed a new 2-year deal. DeGiacomo, he's a reliever. I'm not going to do much for him. Let's continue up to the trading deadline. Trade deadline. That's fine. It might be about the game strategy, and I don't do a good job of setting that. But if we just play, like, just roughly even, I don't see why that should make a huge... Okay, player development. This is going to be a big one. Parada's improved a little bit. Fitch has gotten a little worse, but he's getting better in other ways. Webb got a better eye. Singer got worse. He has been hurt quite a bit. Polite got better at catcher, but little else. Karios lost speed. And the trade deadline came and gone without me making a trade. I didn't think that one through. Okay. Casanova stopped hitting for average. It's not hit for much power either. He's improved potential, but that's it. That's not encouraging. And Vargas is hitting worse. Come on! What is with this freaking team? Why is it I can't ever have a hitter, no matter how good he is, hit? I mean, this is blowing my mind that he's hitting 238. 100 points below what almost 100 points below what he hit the season before. This is crazy. And it's ridiculously unfair because it means that I'll never get any better. If every time a hitter comes to my team, they just stop hitting. Is it my ballpark? Info. No, how do you find out the damn ballpark? Settings? Yeah, here we go. I mean, it's a pitcher's park, but it's not that extreme a pitcher's park. Not to the point where he should lose 100 points, especially when he played in Detroit. And Comerica is an even bigger pitcher's park. This is really kind of irritating. I am not enthused with how this is going. I just gotta suck it up and hope that he can turn his shit around. And that Casanova won't start hitting worse. I've got to decide what to do about Kasan now. He's injured again. Oh, this is glorious. I almost feel like an asshole for doing this, but it's like every time he's like, I'm healthy, I'm injured, I'm injured. My rehab assignment's up. I'm injured again. A week for Parada, that's fine. Here's what irritates me. We just get caught on these losing streaks and we don't shake them. And I don't know what to do about it. Let's look at strategy. Alright. I want no sacrifice bunts. I want very few squeeze bunts. Try not to intentionally walk people. Use shifts. Favor the lefty-righty matchup a little bit. Always pinch hit for pitchers. Well, not always, but yeah. And then use the depth on our bench a little bit more. Copy to all. And then 9th plus in a close game, I'll let you use a squeeze bunt. Same thing if we're tied. That's the only change I'm going to make to strategy. Okay. Um, if we're leading by... yeah, that's fine. You can pull in your defense substitutions, and that's fine. Weak for Dixon, that's fine. A personal message. It's probably from Sanford. Oh, we're not sure when Karios is going to be able to play again. Now what? And now here's Sanford complaining. No, there seriously are no other teams that want you, Sanford. You're terrible. And I'm just going to opt out of your contract at the end of the season, so... Newman... problem is the only pitcher who's doing... we can send down... let's send down Carlin. He's just getting shelled too much, and then we'll call up Newman, and Newman can have that last rotation spot in the short term. Oh, did your control get better? It did not. We're losing so many one-run games. I'm just running out of ideas about what we can do about this. A shutout for a leave also help. If we could win like 5 or 6 or 7 in a row, it would completely transform this season. It's only really going to happen if Vargas starts hitting again. I don't know if it's the pressure or what. Oh, Vargas' WAR is now 5.8. I think a lot of that's coming from his defense. Oh, here we go. Now he's up to 275. He's getting there. And I don't have the top rookie this month either. Casanova's hitting for power, but his contact is rapidly deteriorating. Parada's now the better hitter again. So I'm going to go ahead and let Parada have the starting lineup again. Yeah, I'll bench Casanova now here, and then he can just get... make sure he gets a start every 5 games against lefties, and that'll have to be enough for the moment. Karios is injured again. We don't know when Kasan's coming back. I genuinely don't care at this stage. Come on, Nava. Can I please have nice things for more than 5 minutes? Here he is having an incredible season, and he fractures his damn ankle. This is going to completely gut this lineup. And I don't have a hitter anywhere near his level. We have one creative thing we could try. Contreras is hitting better now. Is he playing good third base? I might as well not rush Warren. I will pro him to AAA, though. He's at least been that good. We need an outfielder. Do we give Singer his first major league shot? I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to give Singer... maybe Hofer would be a better choice. Yeah, let's call him up. Is Webb still having a really good season hitting? He's still having a really good season hitting. So we'll promote Webb to center. Here's Sofer, or Hofer rather. Here's Sanford. Yeah, Webb can play right there. We'll play Hofer here. Sanford here. I'm going to bump Webb up. Yeah, he can be a cleanup hitter for now. I don't really have a better choice. Webb goes here. Carrios goes here. Casanova goes here. And Webb goes here. Or Webb stays here, Hofer goes here. Sanford goes here. I don't know how you're going to take playing in the majors, but we'll see. Okay. That probably cost us a playoff spot. Few weeks for Carrios. He's getting old and he's getting real bumpy. I can't afford it. I cannot afford to give him $22 million a season. I will happily give you a qualifying offer, which you can take or leave at your own discretion. Polite retires. That's expected. Come on. September's where we can make our push. Oh, we need to find a new hitting coach for the Danville Braves. Let's get Marlon Anderson. Come on, Atlanta. We can do this. We just need a run. I need you to put it. I can't figure out if the problem is the closer. It may be that I'm forcing Gunnar to pitch in a role he's not normally used to pitching in. He's lost 12 games. He's the reason we're not in the playoffs already. All right, that's it. Fitch, you're the new closer. Gunnar, you're a setup man. If Fitch can put together a hot streak, I will actually re-sign him. Because this is getting ridiculous. 12 losses is not acceptable for a closer. You turn half of those into saves and we're actually in first place. I think that might be what's been holding us back. I might just not have a good enough closer. And we just lost Silva. Maybe. It's not going to affect your throwing, so I don't care. Come on. No. Come on. Oh, we need another hitting coach now. Let's get Craig Albernaz, because he teaches patience, and I'd like to have that in AA. Come on. Brilliant. I don't care. Would you people quit retiring? Damn it. We've been right around where he's expected us to be. It's just so frustrating that we keep... maybe we've just needed this elite closer this whole time, and I just haven't come up with it yet. I thought he needed a pitching coach. Yeah, I need a pitching coach. Can I get you to take the job? No. I know I probably can't get you to take the job. Let's hire you. No playoffs for us. And just for fun, let's cripple our right fielder at the end of the season. Just for fun. Casanova got better. That's encouraging for next season. Contreras got a little bit better, but we're not going to be keeping him. Esquivel got better. I don't see Warren's name in here. Okay. We need to start giving him like some serious consideration. He's been slowly climbing his way up the system, and I haven't ever really paid attention to him. But he might be the kind of guy that maybe gets a fill-in for center field for a while. So Casanova has had at least a good rookie season in terms of consolidating some of his lessons from the minors. His power is legit. His gap power is legit. He draws a good number of walks, or at least he will. He doesn't strike out as much as you'd expect from a power hitter. We'll see what happens next season. So we finished 80 and 81. We apparently didn't play a game somewhere. This is still a 5-win improvement over... How were we last year? Weren't we like 75? Last season we're 79 and 83. We gained one... Well, no, we gained a net 2 wins. No, we gained a net 3 wins. We had 1 more win and 2 fewer losses. And our hitting was better. Oh, I haven't actually finished today's game. That's a problem. We finished at exactly 500. So that's fun. Yeah, we'll pull you off. And we'll finish up the playoffs. And then we'll do a quick overview of the team. Yeah, until the end of the playoffs. We're so close. We just need something extra. Whether it's Vargas returning to form, Vargas ended up having a good season because he played really good shortstop. I needed a 300 hitter, and I didn't get it from him anyway. We need a replacement for Carrios in the long term. And he's becoming a more marginal guy. Good Lord. How many times has Philadelphia won the World Series lately? I've got a very fine score this time. I don't want to claim on the waiver wire. Not really. So, let's do our review of the team and see what went well and what didn't go well. By the end of the season, Vargas hit 266. Still bad for him, but he still provided the heart of the order with consistent offense. He did fill the hole, and he did play a really outstanding shortstop. I think Vargas can do better, and I hope he will next season. But in the end, he played the position I asked him to play, and he played it pretty damn well. Pat Morris has been... I've run out of things to say about him because he's just so consistent. 3 years of hitting 314 or above, 3 years of a 350 or above on base percentage, and even his slugging percentage got a little bit. He led the league in doubles and hits, and he came up with a 5 WAR. I have nothing left to say about someone like Pat Morris. He even played good second base. I mean, Pat Morris may be these Atlanta Braves. What did I give up for him again? He was a trade I made. This is probably the first really significant one I made. I gave you Kevin Visser and Tim Balch. Now, Timmy Boy there hasn't been bad. But my word has it turned out for us with Pat Morris and then Juan Romero. Really happy about Morris. A good offensive showing by Afrier, whatever your name is, even though you're a terrible outfielder. Contreras eventually came up with something like the season I wanted. In reality, he just turned in a better version of his season with St. Louis. So he was kind of meh. That was pure defense. That was pure meh. Casanova's ending numbers weren't great, but he's gotten better. A lot better. And I think he'll be an excellent addition to the team starting next season. Yeah, Parada is getting old, and I'm glad we only have him for one more season. Maybe 2 more. No, 1 more, because 2034 is not over with yet. This is all batting, so I don't care. Carrios' usefulness is just about gone. All he's hitting is home runs. And if he's not hitting home runs, or even a little bit of doubles, he's not useful. He's already 30. Maybe next season he turns it around. But I'm starting to run out of hope that he does. And then Ben Sanford was a putz, and I wish I'd never traded for him. But at least it got rid of Harris, so Fonseca drew walks. He hit for a little bit of power. Oh, wait a minute. You were my backup catcher. I might actually make Fonseca the starting catcher next season. Because he actually hit surprisingly well for what I expected from him. And Gonzalez was just such a 0 with the bat. I'm willing to give him a shot. Pitching-wise, Anderson turned in another decent season. Our best starter was Muchler. Olivas had a pretty good season. And then we had a bunch of pitchers who are better or worse. I think Fitch is going to be our closer next season for the full season. Gunner lost 12 games. And it's just not acceptable. This is now 2 seasons in a row where with a neutral closer, we probably would have made the playoffs. We need to give Fitch his chance, and so Fitch will get a nice arbitration offer. Sanford, you can walk. I'm willing to give Barons another chance, and his option is pretty cheap. He wants us to do better, really good with this. I didn't sign him. Getting better. And I need to make the playoffs. And we lost our team trainer, so that'll be the first thing we do next time. But for now, this has been it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And as always, this has been Avindian, bidding you good day.